Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is Game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA, I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting word in, my friend. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. We're taking a look at the Rockets. Right now, 5th in the division, right in the middle. And, of course, Portland, they're just 4 spots down from them.
When I look at Houston, this hasn't been an ideal launch to their season. They're really going to have to find a nice win streak to get back in that top spot.
Well, and what they're focused on most, being in that top spot after the last game of the year. It's all about that championship trophy. Here's
the starting group for Portland. We've got Abdia, Shaedon Sharpe out there with Drew Holiday. Then there's Toumani Camara, and it's Klingon in at the center position. And for Houston, Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Amen Thompson out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Şengün in at center, filling out the middle. Here's Klingon, and he buries his first look.
At 7'2", Klingon is very comfortable in the paint, and he can just own that area.
And arguably the biggest surprise of the NBA draft, Shams, the Blazers taking Yang Hansen with the 16th pick.
This shocked me, and he's just another center. They've had a few of them over the last few years, most notably Donovan Klingon. He was a 7th overall pick in 2024. But Yang Hansen was projected to go in the 2nd round, then finds himself leaping all the way to number 16. But only time will tell if they saw something that literally everyone else missed out on. He could be a very big piece to keep an eye on in the NBA for years to come.
Yeah, let's keep an eye for sure on this one.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
Here's Holiday, and it's Portland scoring again.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this year.
Now here's Durant. 23 points his last outing.
For years, Durant has spoiled us with his incredible shot-making ability.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Here's Abdia. Banked it in off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Shams, what's changed over the years?
BA, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. Pass to Şengün. Fires, high post. Got it.
Along with everything he can do in the paint, Şengün's mid-range game provides some pop as well.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Eason's checked in for Houston. Outside Sharpe, back to Camara, beyond the arc. Kevin Durant with a rebound. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for Houston. And they've been one of the more exciting teams in the league this year, besting most of their opponents by a healthy margin.
Yeah, not many close games for them this year. When they win big. That kind of dominance has made them feared by the rest of the league.
Well, we know about three-pointers, but rim threats provide that counterbalance too, Shams.
No doubt. Protecting the rim, playing defense, and playing with verticality, that's very, very important. And we saw a lot of draft picks going to mobile, athletic big men, guys who can protect and punish the rim while also being able to move their feet. You need to have a defensive presence down low.
There's so much ground to cover defensively in the NBA now. about the midway point of the group stage? A peek at where things stand in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, while there's still some time to make up ground, you have to make your move quick. There just aren't many group games left.
Here's Holiday. He played a great game against New Orleans. Here's Klingon. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Klingon's got his second basket. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media. The RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV. But the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. All defensive guard Drew Holiday talked about guarding some of the younger players coming into the league, and he said, the game has changed significantly. They morphed with it. They're quick, athletic, and they all play the game a lot differently than when I came into the league. Guys?
A new day. Allie, thank you. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Rockets lead by 3. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Now here's Sharp. 35 points his last game. Holiday finds Sharp. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Portland. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Ooh, got that one up quick. Durant's got 8.
And they've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
Three-pointer, Holiday. It's hauled in by Houston.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Outside Eason, releases. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from Smith. Now, it's important for him to make strides as a playmaker.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Şengün's checked in for the Rockets. Holiday comes in for Durant. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers. In third, the Trailblazers.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
It's stolen. Here's Adams. And he converts the layup.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Here's Rupert. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Cook, he's checked in for Portland.
Third team foul. In the line for the Trailblazers, number 18, Javante.
To the wing, right side. Here's Rupert. Pass to Grant. Shot clock at 6.
And when Grant gets to the rim like that, you can't help but foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Fourth team foul.
And he makes a first. Love is checked in for Cook. That one misses. Houston with the ball. They're on a 19-5 run. And Şengün gets it to go.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Grant outside. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Houston. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be back in a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Rockets here, they've really been putting on a show.
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Houston leading by 11. Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, BA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense. They want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. That's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith, Steven Adams out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Shepard in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Finney-Smith's shot is off. Blazers trail by 10. Pass to Rupert. For 3. The Rockets pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Basket's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Houston has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Here's Şengün. Houston with another miss. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Murray for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds in the game. Eason, pass to Şengün. Houston with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And it's Love missing. The Rockets lead by 8. And Shams, a favorite topic in the NBA rumor mill is league expansion. What have you heard, my friend?
Well, BA, I still think we're a little bit ways away. The NBA and the Board of Governors continue to evaluate the potential for expansion franchises in the NBA. They've not made any firm decisions yet, I'm told. But this is something the NBA is continuing to find numbers, to evaluate the pros and the cons, potentially adding 1 or 2 more teams to the NBA.
And maybe we think about that inside the U.S., but it could go global as well.
Seattle, Las Vegas, Mexico City are really the 3 cities at the forefront of these conversations.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Trailblazers making a switch here. Klingen's checked in. And a nice opportunity now to see who's hitting threes at the highest rate. Well, you look at Eason. Boy, what a gifted shooter he is from way out there.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
And it's approaching 2 decades since the launch of the modern smartphone, Shams. It's put the game in the palm of your hand.
Well, you know, I don't go anywhere without my phone, and of course, that accessibility is a key part of why Adam Silver says the league has been supercharged by technology. Social media and our phones are a big part of the game.
Can you imagine it any other way at this point?
Absolutely not.
To the middle. Here's Klingen. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
For a 7'2" guy like Donovan Klingen, it must be easy to jam it.
Şengün passes to Durant. Outside Eason, fires from deep. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Portland Trailblazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West. But acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. He's checked in for Adams. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. And you talk to front office insiders, they'll tell you depth is a necessity for a winning team, Shams.
With more parity, that comes more competition. And I'm told front office executives are continuing to scout players that they feel bring that competitive drive, that desire, that will to want to play and compete on a nightly basis, because these games this season gets long. It's not as frequent when you can just coast through games. You need some real horses to finish the race of the regular season.
Yeah, good point.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Here's Sharp, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, man. Sharp makes that look way too easy. That's elite bounce.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Now here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points. Nails it from 3. Eason's got 8.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
2 minutes remaining.
Kamara with it. He's picked up by Eason. Şengün with a steal. To the inside. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Thompson with a steal. Throws it up high. Smith no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Now here's Sharp. He's got 5. Pass to Holiday. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And Shams, as always, it was a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. Thanks for making the time, man.
Of course, BA. Call me anytime. Let's do this again. I'm always available for you, BA.
Best to call, text, email, or send a snail mail.
All of the above.
Always a pleasure to hear from Shams. He uncovers some stories that no one else is privy to.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his reporting. He's a tireless worker, very detailed, and his integrity is second to none.
So it's Portland now. After the basket by Houston and the basket by Holiday.
Well, that's just fantastic awareness inside by Holiday. I like seeing him attack down there.
Smith passes to Durant. He buries it from 3. Durant's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Alperen Şengün, and Okogie is subbed in for Eason. We've got 33 seconds left in the second period. Here's Holiday. There's 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Holiday's got 13.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And Smith's ability to space the floor from the corners is so valuable to this offense.
Three-pointer sharp. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Houston leading by 17 at the end of the period, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Get ready for some amazing steps from your
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Houston Rockets.
It's classic Showtime. The way they're running the break looks like the 1980s of the Lakers.
And this score reminds you of some of those old Lakers games. What a dominant performance so far. And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see what fans are saying on social media. Papa No Look 3 is curious as to whether Shaq could have made it as a stretch 5.
Look, there's an easy way to answer that. Shaq, how many threes did you make in your NBA career?
One more than everybody watching at home.
Good point. But then they didn't answer. How many dunks did you have? Stretch 5? No, we're going inside the big fella.
Thank you, Kenny.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And it's already hard enough to play D in this league. Some people feel that traveling has gotten out of control, Coach.
Well, I don't know if it's gotten out of control, B.A. I think the referees do a pretty good job on traveling. I think what's important for the referees is they have to be able to determine which travel calls gain a guy an advantage and which ones you could let go because they have no effect on the play.
Taking a look at the Trailblazers. We've got Drew Holiday, Avdia out there with Toumani Camara. Then there's Klingon, and it's Sharp in at the shooting guard position. Here's Holiday after the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. And that one's good. He's got 15.
Yeah, Holiday understands when to pick his spots on offense, especially when the mid-range opens up like this.
And there it is for him. And the Rockets lead by 19.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at it. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
The Trailblazers shooting 52% from the floor so far. Here's Holiday, and it's Portland scoring again.
Nice quick shot from Holiday, not giving the defense time to react to him having the ball.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a three-point play. Some nice signs of progress for the Blazers last season.
And from that, renewed contracts for head coach Chauncey Billups and the front office. This is a young team that competes and shows a bright future.
Coach, the defense has been ahead of the schedule for Portland. Where do they take the next step in that regard?
Well, first off, BA, they can do much better on the defensive boards. Also, cutting down their careless fouls. Those are things they have to look to clean up.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Trailblazers. With the floater. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston leading by 19. Okogie, the pass to Smith. And Houston, another three.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Holiday from long range. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Right wing, the three, Smith. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Smith's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Timeout called, Portland. You gotta like what Jabari Smith has done in this one.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at him. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
Rockets making a switch here. Eason's checked in. Let's take a look at the numbers for Reed Sheppard.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Outside Sharp. On the wing, Holiday, defended by Thompson. And Drew Holiday gets a three. Holiday's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Stolen by Thompson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Durant for 3. Another 3 from Houston.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Klingon. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist of the night.
I love it. When Klingon starts throwing that weight around, he'll knock you out of position.
And after not winning a title for the first 11 years of his career, Drew Holiday finally breaks through in 2021, Coach.
And another in 2024. Wherever Holiday has gone during his career, he's fit like a glove, B.A. He's an experienced veteran and a leader both on and off the floor.
And so here's Portland. After the basket by Houston. Sharp, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
That doesn't go either for Thompson. Portland has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Here's Grant. Smith with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. Over Grant. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist by Thompson. Smith's got 22 points. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Portland moving it around. Grant outside. Back to Sharp. There's a screen by Kamara. Portland again missing. Houston has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. For 3, Durant. Counted from distance. He's got 21.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And there's the call on Ben Thompson. That'll be foul number 5 on him. Houston making some changes. Finney-Smith checked in for Smith. Shepard comes in for Durant. And it's Davison in for Ben Thompson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Sharp. Shot clock at 5. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And it's Rupert missing. The Rockets shooting 70% from the field. A performance that has been fun to watch.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Adams checked in for Houston. And also a switch here for Portland. Avdia's checked in.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
And it's Shepard missing. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Grant, left side. Avdia outside to snap the cold streak. It doesn't go for him. Jabari Smith has been leading the charge for the Rockets. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Tari Eason. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jeff Green. Then it's Shepard, and it's Adams in it to 5, down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And here are the Rockets now. Eason, the pass to Adams, and the bucket is good.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Portland's shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, BA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Crawford's checked in.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Out on his own on the break. It's Eason with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Avdia. After the basket by Houston. Murray for 3. Outside for Grant. Back to Avdia. Second shot opportunity. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 8 now. Here's Shepard. Soft touch off the glass.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Drives to the hoop. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Rockets.
Yeah, just couldn't make the connection. But you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
Tate's checked in for Crawford. And also a switch here for Portland. Klingen's checked in. And here's Shepard for three. The Rockets again can't hit. The Trailblazers have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. And here's Grant from the arc. It's hauled in by Houston.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Avdia passes to Grant. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Avdia with a steal. As players get bigger and faster, you think the league will have to widen the court at some point?
Well, B.A., I just don't think that's realistic, to be quite honest. And I think the reason is the league's all about money, right? I mean, it's a business. We've got to make money. And the arenas were all laid out. If you start making the court wider, you're going to take away rows of seats. Those are high-priced seats, B.A. We're not taking those away. I don't think widening the court is really realistic.
Outside Finney-Smith. And another miss by Houston. The Trailblazers have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal.
Yeah, that's his 4th foul. Got to be careful now.
Second team foul.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Here's Klingen. Off target at the rim. For Houston, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Here's Easton. Pass to Shepard. The 3. On target from range. Shepard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Shepard is good at measuring the defense. He knows his passes are coming his way if he has space to shoot.
Holiday against Holiday.
2 minutes.
And the basket by Holiday.
2 minutes.
Holiday's got 9 points now in the second half.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
Outside Easton. Jacks up a 3. And it's Shepard missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pulls it. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Easton. Misses the 3. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Trailblazers.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Rockets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
Oh, wow!
Look out!
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
And here's Shepard for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Crosses over. And the layup by Sharp.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Gotta attack when you have that chance.
Pass to Adams. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Houston making some changes. Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Green comes in for Finney-Smith. And it's Davison in for Holiday. Kamara sinks the tray.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here are the Trailblazers now. Avdia, right side. Lets it go from deep. He can't hit that time. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Their record is now 1-1 in this group round. And you know they're breathing a sigh of relief.
But that's only temporary. They're going to have to dig deep if they want to eventually hoist the NBA Cup.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.